And we are back for another week of talking about tokusatsu. This is Half Hour Henshin. As always, I am Sleepy Witch, joined by.
DJ Izzer, the 2.5D here, talk tuber.
We have continuing an insane week. We obviously had the kind of like mid season finale of Zets last week where we're kind of like, oh, everything's about to be different. And
Mm-hmm.
so we had the continuation with that. And we had Gavan going in directions I didn't know it could go.
Yeah, honestly, since we are starting with Gavan, the fact that it is like we are just getting like these like singular episodes right now, just so episodic at this point, it is so much fun.
Oh, yeah, you know that I love an episodic series, and okay, wait, just the setup here is insane, but also just the way in which I love how just weird and interesting we're kind of getting stuff for other dimensions. Like we started slow with, you know, Gavant Bushido's dimension being pretty similar, all things considered, and then Luminous's dimension, they have like a different way of saluting. And then now we have the dimension in which bugs are people,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, where bugs and humans can coexist,
in which the
and
prime
yeah,
minister is a rhinoceros beetle. I
yeah,
just,
such a wild concept for this episode.
it is, and I fucking adore how straight it's played, and I fucking adore just Reiji just being like, oh yeah, right, he's the one with the horn, right? My
Yeah,
bad. Incredible bit. Incredible bit.
yeah, I mean, like we love our episode series, and we love our episodic series. I mean, like Ultraman.
Yep.
Oh my god, yeah, and like I think that's what I'm enjoying so far about this. Like, sure, like everything was just kind of happening on Earth for Ultraman Omega, but this one is like this is just Earth except different dimensions of it. So it's like, oh cool, so here's the rules. This is what we're dealing with. And yeah, it's kind of great. I'm just enjoying, like I would say this episode was pretty light on major story. Like all we really got was like, okay, cool. So this is why emo gears are very important in this world because they're just like the ones that the enemies use are don't have like a power limiter or a regulator. So that's the reason why they just overpower people with negative emotions.
Yep. I mean, we're getting more of that setup. I really think this was like an episode to set up kind of just the wider universes and multiverse. Because if we think about it, okay, first episode was for our main guy, second episode was for Bushido, third episode
Mm.
was for Luminous. I think this episode is basically to remind us, like, hey, these are the three guys we're gonna focus, but you should just assume that there's a billion more Gavans out there.
Yes, exactly. Because
They're
everything's just a
out there.
layer.
Yep, they're out there, each in their own layer, each in their own universe, doing their own thing. And even if we're not gonna follow most of them, they do exist. We
Mm.
obviously already know about the kind of evil purple Gavan, but the other main thing is we're getting the setup of this world's Gavan, which, as we haven't really said, is an ant.
Yes, it is. Yeah, so we
He's
have not just Gavan, but Gavant.
Gov ant. I first of all, the having to have a human partner so that she can fucking press the electroplate button
Yes.
and shoot him, fantastic. First of all, okay, having the ant through the entire episode was such a fun little bit. The fact that they used a little practical ant mixed with the obviously the CG ant for it to talk,
Hmm.
that was
And then
very
just like
funny. But I
the
love,
introduction is great too. Like it's like he's right there. He's like investigating why these data centers are being sunk into the ground, and all of a sudden it's like you see this girl, and then it's like oh you're my contact for this world, and then just hands him a magnifying glass. It's like, oh, you have a great voice because it's a super deep voice.
yeah, and it's like, oh, I guess that was you. And she's like, nope, look down. And the magnifying glass, we get to see our officer, Mr. Ant.
Hmm.
Uh, Funny bit. I love that, she's his partner as kind of like a liaison who can do like the human things that he would need to do. But
Hmm.
I love that again. Some of the bits for this that I think were my favorite were the fact that they were still using practical effects with the ant prop. And so like at one point they get trapped in a room and he goes into the like keypad to short circuit it, and he gets electrocuted. He falls out, and you see the little ant like smoking.
Yeah. It's like, and and the line right after was great too. It's like, oh no, he gave his life for us. He's charred black. It's like, I'm already.
I'm a black ant, dude.
Yeah, it
Uh,
was that was great.
I was laughing because I was watching this with a friend of mine, and when they basically meet the guy that is causing all the problems, oh, we're going kind of with like serialized or not serialized, episodic cop cliches of like, oh, it's a guy that he's put away before, so he's got a grudge, and then he
Yeah,
just goes like, an ant like you could never stop me or something. I forgot what he says exactly, and I could think of was like I was talking to my friend. I'm like, yo, was that a microaggression? Because he's small too. Like da
yep,
and then we get the transformation. I adore that we also got like a slowed down transformation for the ant.
yes,
I thought we weren't gonna do it. I thought we were just gonna do the electroplate, but then we
yeah,
get the full transformation.
and like you were telling me like right before we recorded, a practical suit for the ant. For the ant,
Yep,
it
there's
was
a little
oh my god.
practical Gav-Ant toy. I fucking hope that they sell this. I would buy a Gav-Ant. I'm not gonna lie, but
Yeah, it was great.
it's a
Just
practical,
yeah,
and the way that my favorite thing about that is that they have full action scenes of like the ant like climbing around and kicking people, and obviously when we see it like running around it's like a little CG ant, but then when we get like the impact shots it's like the very clearly like posed model of the ant in the suit like fucking kicking a
yeah,
dude.
yeah. Amazing work.
Amazing
Amazing
work.
work.
And then an amazing fucking finisher for him as well, with the fucking Gavarian blades being like his ant wings.
Hmm. Oh man, that
Overall,
was so cool.
everything with the ant was like fucking fantastic and set up well. I do love his setup. And then we get obviously, hey look, it's a new attachment to the mech on the Infinity side.
Hmm.
Uh, the drill fight, my friend also really liked it because obviously even though the background was like 3D, they had a bunch of practical props for them to like actually drill through and do the destruction through. Uh,
Yes.
all of that was really fun. Uh, in a very G Gundam way, when he fucking just drills through the whole drill and just like explodes the whole thing, I'm like, that guy's dead, right? There's no way. And then it's like, no, the fucking ant flew in and got him.
Yep.
Incredible. I do like the kind of little mini story we get on like the his partner thinking that she's not good enough because she can't do what he can do, but it's like no, you're here to supplement them with your own ways, and she's the one who ends up getting them the drill attachment. Uh,
Mm.
overall, cute episodic story, incredible setup for like an incredible alternate Gavan. Uh,
Yeah.
and it looks like for the preview, we are returning to Sad Boy World next week,
Yes.
which is why I think the point of this episode was to remind us like, hey, I know we're gonna focus on like these three. There are more of them. Some of them are insane. Some of them are ants. Remember that.
Yeah. But yes, yeah. So far, episodic series. I wonder how long we're gonna stay episodic, but it's fun.
I think we're about to hit the like serialized elements with this new story because he's returning to Bushido's world.
Mm.
Bushido's like captain like wants him captured or something. She
Yeah,
wants her like
something like
brought
that.
to him from that last episode that he was in, and
Mm.
so I'm curious to see how that's gonna interaction's gonna go.
Yeah.
So I think this is kind of where we're gonna start getting into the meat and potatoes of stuff.
Mm.
I don't know if you've been seeing things to talk about something a little bit outside of the Gavon stuff. It looks like unfortunately the Gavon toys aren't selling that well. Uh,
I didn't really. I mean, I saw people talking about it. I'm like, it's like, like there's not much for me to really go off of. But
I
we know
I
how
just
things are when it comes to that.
yeah, I just want to talk about the thing that like I just think it's so dumb of people to assume that if this series does badly, that we just get Sentai back. Uh, I think if this series does badly, that means the longer we might go without Sentai. Uh,
Maybe.
well, because it's just going to show that okay, Tokusatsu may not be viable. Like, unfortunately, I think kind of the vibe with the like less toys being sold is not like just a popularity thing. But I saw some people talking about it. I would agree that it is just the fact that like kids aren't watching TV like they used to. A lot of kids are, watching short form content on like TikTok and YouTube and stuff. Uh,
Mm.
And so it might just be that, big toy commercial shows like Tokusatsu right now just aren't going to be in the greatest place.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm going to do my best to support him. I think probably uh, once we find out if the tariffs are actually going to be gone or not, or whatever's
Yeah.
happening with that, I'm going to look into ordering. I like the little Gavarian gun. I think it's kind of fun. I like that it's, the ship. Uh, I'm
Yeah.
probably just going to order it just to support and just to try to, do my little bit of beats. Because again,
Yeah.
I've been enjoying the show so far. I think it's cool. The suits have really grown on me, but just the characters I'm really enjoying.
Mm. Yeah. If there's one thing that is like a big miss thing for me is still like a. I think there's like a what is it? I think there's like a Brazilian string for it, but we don't have one in America. Like,
Yeah.
please.
Yep. On another just hey, there's no way for us to watch this in any legal way.
Yeah,
Uh
like we want to watch it legally. Come on, please,
yeah, yeah,
please.
yeah, yeah. We'd be down. We're watching all of Zets legally, and that's going crazy right now. We'll talk about that more in a second. But
Oh man, yeah,
whew. All right, talking about crazy, but not. I'm gonna be honest. More of the same kind of crazy because this show has been crazy in its own way from the beginning.
yeah, and
Tojima
it.
wants to be a Kamen Rider. I really think it was funny that they basically did a protracted version of the end of last episode. So we got the fucking watch Yakuza man get fucking rejected and cry all
mm,
over again.
that was like funny as hell. Like,
That was still my favorite thing from last episode. And they did the main things that I thought were funny, which is the fact that like she pauses and blushes and you think that like, oh, did love did love do it? And it's like, nope. No, 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 no.
nope.
So
Yeah.
incredibly funny bit to start with, and we basically just go off from there because immediately after her running away, we have V3 show up with his girl, Yukikari or something. I forget.
Yukarisu.
Yukarisu. Literally, other than their writer names and the fact that Tojima, because it's like the name of the show, I forget their names.
Oh no, the
Uh,
same thing, same thing. I did the
I do
same thing.
not remember the Yakuza guy's name either.
Yeah, anyone that's been listening to us will know that we've just been saying Yakuza guy like most of the time.
Yep. But we have V3 and Yukarisu show up. We have okay, Tokyo Dome, next Idol concert is where everything's going to go down. Batman is about to use all the idols. Uh, the fucking thing that they got with the like, they're trying to get everyone by telling them that their girlfriends could all be idols. And we got fucking Yakuza men with like, if I didn't have Raiko, they would have gotten me with that. It's like,
It's like
you don't have
you're already
shit,
a part,
dude. She
and
left.
you're already part. Yeah, and you're already a part of Shocker.
They already got your ass, dude.
Yeah, that was such a good moment. I'm like, oh my god, these dudes are so stupid. I love them so much.
I I do like we got a tiny sequence of like a little bit of a B plot. We're just back with the spider. Him and the silver haired guy are just still fucking fighting.
Mm.
Uh I love that fucking Batman shows up and he's like, this is stupid. And he's like, you don't understand. He's trained his whole life and now he's making ramen for the woman he loves. And Batman's like, what are you fucking saying to me? Uh I don't like that he was rude to her. So far, she's been my favorite character, as you know. But it was just really funny just checking in on this guy. Like, oh yeah, that guy's still just kind of like, he's living like a regular life. He's
Mm.
living at this girl's apartment. He's fighting this other dude, and they're just chilling, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess I assume that he's going to be more relevant, maybe either at the finale or like at the end of, or like at that second season if we get one.
Mm.
Because I just can't see us dealing with Spider at the moment. I feel like it's all about
Oh
Bat.
no 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 no! Wait! I forgot. Does this count as a second season already, or is it just a long season like we were talking about
I
before?
think it's a long season. We didn't even get like a new opening and we didn't get like a break in between. So I think it's just like a long season.
Okay, yeah. Because like we do have a second season already confirmed. So yeah.
Yeah, so I don't think it's this. I think we have another season already
Mm.
confirmed.
Yeah, but
Uh
yeah, so we have that going on, but of course, the group figures out a plan, and it's really funny because we see the sister that runs the bar actually give them free stuff, And
Yeah, and
V3, they had to hold down V3. And I was like saying, oh my God, thank you for shutting
dude,
him the fuck up.
dude,
Oh my God.
he is the word. Like the fact that like she's telling them like, hey, good luck out there because now she knows that like, hey, monsters and real and like all this shit's going on. Uh,
Yeah.
and he's still gonna try to talk back. I
Yeah.
think I've told
Like,
you, V3, the only one who I think probably deserves to get killed.
yeah, pretty
Uh,
much.
he's just I swear to God, his sister has every right to kill him. I agree with her.
Yeah,
The
just
setup,
absolutely the worst.
and we're
But yeah.
basically we're setting up for the like real assault on the Tokyo Dome next week.
Mm,
We've basically started the infiltration. The incredibly funny bit of having V3 and Tojima just fucking basically grapple line like slide in
yeah.
from the roofs.
Yeah, no, it's actually really cool, like the way that they do it. Like, we basically have Yukarisu and Yakuza guy who are actually
Yep,
combatants, basically pretend to like, sneak in some stuff.
yep,
And inside those boxes are Rider Man and Tackle. And
yep.
then,
Which
yeah,
also we forgot to mention, Tackle's back, her injuries are healed, everything is good. We're finally
yeah,
back to the thing. We got to see a really funny nerd out moment where all of them were like, when all the writers were there, it was fucking awesome. She's like, but Tackle wasn't there, so I will rectify this. Since I
yes.
am Tackle too. Uh Continuing, just they're all insane.
Yep.
I really like having Yukarisu for all of these scenes because she's like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Incredible, incredible bits. But yes, like you said, and then we get the kind of like, hey, remember how we were talking about how dude's been mourning his boys and his boys were 100% not dead the last time we saw them?
Yeah.
Guess who's back? And guess
Mm,
who look brain dead and brainwashed? And probably have idle girlfriends now.
yeah.
Uh,
And like I actually felt bad for Yakuza guy because like Yakuza guy was like, oh my God, you guys lived, and it's like, wait, are you trying to go against?
yeah, what are you
Yeah.
doing here? You wouldn't happen to be going against, Bot Sama.
Yeah, and it's
Uh,
like, oh man. And then
especially they
yeah,
make it
and
like
then
really obvious with the like their eyes are like really dead and like their voices are like really monotone, like you wouldn't be here to do something bad, would you? And they
mm,
like cut it with him, having his memories of the boys, and the boys are like so energetic and vibrant. And like I do really like this guy as a character because it'd be so easy for him to just be like, these were just my like useless guys, they couldn't do anything right, but I had to carry them or whatever through the Yakuza. But like they were
mm,
his boys and he just wanted to take care of them. Like,
yeah.
but
Oh
obviously
man.
because they're combatants, they have to stop him. And that's basically where we're set up for next week. We've got them already caught by the three combatants who I don't know if Yakuza guy's going to be able to fight.
Mm,
And we're in the middle of the Tokyo Dome assault. We know that the concert has started, and kind of I guess time's running out.
mm, mm.
Speaking about I guess time running out. Uh,
Oh man, new game plus. Oh my
that is
God.
what I've seen people talking about it. Before we even start with the episode, the fact that people are like, oh, so that's why the opening was called Visions. Crazy.
Mm.
Uh, so Baku's awoken.
And
Everything
wait,
was
wait.
a. Uh-huh.
Yeah, wait. And I believe that we just got we like I think that the second opening is out, and I think it's called Playback, I think.
Yeah, I think we heard it at the end of the episode. We just haven't seen
Yeah.
the new opening, which will be next week, which I'm very excited for. Uh,
Yes.
Super hyped. I really like this way of doing it. I think I told you I was a big fan of like the Gotchard opening, switching to like the second lyric, the second like verse to be like, hey, look, things are switching up.
Yeah.
I like this in a way that it's like you weren't even in the real shit before. Now you are. Uh,
Yeah.
Such a good drop. I'm excited to see what happens. And I think that also might have been partially why parts of the opening from that original opening just were so weird. There were that space that I think we've complained about a lot where it's like he just walks at the camera for like an extended time. Like I wonder if they're going to add people to that or if something's going to happen. And it's like, nope, we're just getting a whole new opening.
Yeah. I'm so excited for this, but yeah, like this episode, like we basically kind of are like replaying the first episode, but just like
We're basically
just yeah.
replaying episodes 2 and 3 because we
Mm,
start off because episode 1 he had his nightmare in his mind that he beat, and then he woke up and he realized he had the Zets belt. So we're
Yes.
back at the beginning of episode 2. So he wakes up and he realizes he has the Zets belt, but he also has the Catastrom unit.
Yes.
Uh, and everything else is playing out basically the same way. His sister's worried. Now he's run out. The cops, and he's like, sorry, Fujimi. And it's like, how did he know our names?
Yeah, yeah. He talks to Fujimi. He goes home. He actually realized that yes, that the code
Office.
that the code office is still there. And yeah, like
I
it's and
fucking
he
love
basically
him like
confronts Zero
shaking Bike
immediately.
Zero and like, hey, get out here, Zero.
He's like, wait, how'd you find me? I was like, wait,
He
it's like,
knows. He
oh man,
knows.
yeah,
I
he
mean,
knows it all.
he knows it all, and the setup of like, hey, I had a dream. You guys are gonna kill me if I go rogue. And he's like, what? No, we would never. And he starts fucking pulling out the capsules. How do you have that? Don't
Yeah, he's
worry
like, you're
about
not
it.
supposed to have that yet.
Leave. What?
Mhm.
Leave. And he fucking kicks Zero out.
Yeah, which is wild to think about that. He's the one that kicks Zero out.
Yep, blocks the entrance. We get to see like Human Zero talk to 3 and be like, hey, Zets is ready. Okay, he's finally an agent. Awesome. Also, he kicked me out. I think he knows things. He said he had a dream, and he said we killed him. And
Yeah,
they're
it's
like,
like, well,
ooh, maybe that's Zet's power.
yeah, and then what is it? Okay, well, let's not worry about that. Let's just think about was it Project Somnia or something like
Project
that?
Somnia, which another dream project. Whew. I think that's probably
Yeah.
going to be setting up that new bad guy we keep seeing in the posters.
Mm-hmm.
Which, as far as I've seen, apparently his name is Dawn.
Ooh. Okay,
Which
okay.
really, really sick. I won't lie. I won't lie. I really like his design. But getting back to this, we're basically getting him going home, his sister freaking out about the room in the closet, which she knows about,
Yeah.
because he just leaves it open. He's like, fuck it, we got stuff to do. I need to go to bed. Why? I gotta save him in my dreams. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Who?
And but yeah, it basically just speed runs the first 2 episodes. Yeah, look, yeah, episodes 2 and 3, and it's just like, and then it's like even meets up with Nem. It's like, oh Nem, you're here. Okay, cool. This is gonna happen. This is gonna happen. This is gonna happen. He's like, was like, wait, what?
She's like, what? Dreams can't affect reality. And it's like, Nem, we're on episode 26. We can't be talking about this right now.
Yeah.
We're halfway through the show, man. I gotta catch you up. No, I love first of all, I love that he did basically get through 2 episodes in one, because it does show us like how much further he is. It took 2 episodes to he failed, and then the nightmare had to go in the real world and he had to stop it. And it's like, no, he basically just showed up and obliterated that guy.
Yeah. And yeah,
We get,
and yeah, this all happens, and then
you know,
yeah,
he tells Nem about the fact that like his mom is the one sending the nightmares, and she's like, what does that mean? Okay,
mm,
but then we also get the Nox talks to them, and he's like, what did he tell you? And he's like, that my mom is sending the nightmares. And Nox is like, your mom, which also leads us to believe that I guess the lady was not telling Nox shit.
yup,
Which I wonder how that's gonna be. I wonder how this is gonna cross. I do love the little flashbacks we're getting, because Baku's still kind of traumatized over the people that he saw dead and the fact that he killed
yeah.
Nox.
Oh
Uh,
my god, yeah,
and
like
we're
yeah,
getting all that
he's
setup.
yeah, like it really is just new game plus the episode, and oh my god, they pull it off so well.
I mean, they basically made this kid someone connected to dreams, and his
Mm,
dreams basically gave him this insane premonition about what's going to happen. But it also happened because it happened in his dreams, which are real. And that's kind of the whole point of his power. So like, because that stuff happened, he knows it's going to happen. uh Other big setup, we see basically 6 already get her ring, and she's
hmm,
already a player. 5 has come together, and I assume that they're coming out to hunt 7, because they were 3's asking for them. He talked to the cops and was basically like, hey, uh what, oh god, what was Nox's real name? Odaka. He's like,
yeah,
Odaka and Kurenai, blah blah blah, you're gonna figure that out. And they're like, how do you know about that?
yeah, exactly. It's so much fun, like just like seeing them all do that, and then pretty much we basically get like probably one of the like, and we're pretty much at the end of the episode, like, and and Baku like basically says like okay, cool, well now that we're in this part of the series, I
Yeah,
all these
one
missions don't
final
matter anymore.
mission.
Oh wait, no,
But
yeah,
before that, I love that this
yeah,
setup is like setting up that like it took him one episode, but like his team is back together because it's like his sister, the cop, and well, both cops are both in the room seeing him sleep, but then he like calls them from within the dream.
yeah.
Also,
Oh, that's right. That was actually cool. That was actually super cool too. Yeah, like the cop and his sister are in the office. He's talking with them, and in the dream world, and and then pretty much he gets pre-projected. Say, hey, oh, it's like, oh, hey sis, hey, it's like, hey Fujimi, and then it's like, oh yeah, hey, look who's here with me, and it's like, wait, what? Why is Nem with you? It's
yeah,
like, I'm
can I get
currently
an
dreaming.
autograph?
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
But
that was good too.
I love the setup of. But wait, before we talk this final scene, I also love that canonically, like Fujimi got fired now.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah. Because he sped ran this, things are happening differently. Like
Yep. So there
we
wasn't
don't have. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, there wasn't proof of like an explosive black case. So he's just kind of getting fired.
Mhm.
Rest in peace, Fujimi. Hopefully we'll deal with that a little bit. But the big thing is, I love this little chat that he has with them before he talks to them about like, she's like, am I allowed to wish that I could wake up? And he's obviously like, yeah, of course you are. You have a right to want to live your life and be awake.
Mhm.
Uh, but then yeah, this last setup of, hey, you guys can see me in the dream, and I have one final mission. I was
Yeah,
so excited about this.
yeah, yeah. Final dream. Don't make my dream come true. I'm like,
Final
oh my
mission, don't
god.
make my dream come true. Ah.
Ooh.
And obviously, we saw a bit of Nox. We saw 5 and 6. We saw 3 and 0. Again, I have no idea who Somnia is. We know that the lady's 2. Uh, I don't know if Somnia is going to be like 1 or what else is going to happen here, but we're set up to like hit the ground running. This new preview shows us that he's already talking about how like things are already diverging from his dream, so like he's
Mhm.
already changed enough things that like things are different. And it looks like it's probably basically going to be what is it 3 through fucking 6 versus 7.
Yes, and it's actually yeah, and yeah, the fact that we're actually like seeing team ups that didn't happen before, and it's like, oh man, how's this
I,
gonna happen now?
and especially since he's fighting directly against Code in a way more direct way, I wonder how
Mhm.
this is going to affect, Nox, who
Yeah.
definitely at this point doesn't see him as like a rival or like a bad guy, because this is before Nox even tried to tell him the first time that like you don't know what you're doing, stop, you know.
Yes.
And now Baku clearly knows what he's doing, and it might be he that has more info than Nox about some things.
Yeah. But yeah, like the way that this episode was just done was so great. It's like, we do get like, the natural conclusion of like, it's like, hey, how would you feel if someone just basically just told you a bunch of stuff like is gonna happen in the future? And it's like not everyone really believes him. Like the only really people that are believing him right now are just Nem Fujimi and his sister because they're like
To be
they have the
fair,
proof. Yeah.
it seems like the lady cop also believes him just because she tried to call Corinna, got no answer. I mean, she showed up at the end, so I assume that she's believes
Mhm.
something.
Yeah.
But everyone's a little confused. But that makes sense. He woke up and he's like, I have precognition, and they're like, okay, but
Y- Yeah, he lore dumped them so fast, and it's like I need to go, we need to change this now, we need to change this now. It's just
yeah,
so good.
interesting. I'm so hooked right now. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie. I've been enjoying set since the beginning. I thought the like setup for it was really fun. I think that there were a couple episodes where we got to see some really special stuff, like the learning about
Mhm.
the sleeper agents and all this stuff. And then somehow we've gotten even deeper. Like I am so in right now.
Yeah, like I was not expecting this. Like, like the fact that like it took us 24 episodes for them to like, reveal that, we really were just in the first dream the entire time.
And
Like that was such a good thing to do. Like,
I'm
oh my
wondering
god.
now. So much is on the table now. I really want to know. We really have to keep out for any like shots of the real moon in the real world now.
Yeah, which is another big thing too. Like in this episode, we basically see a little kid going like, "Oh look, you can see the moon," and we're like, "What?" And then we're like, "Wait a second,
Yeah,
they
it's the
never did these in
normalized.
the previous episodes." Like,
Yep. And so I'm curious to be I'm basically at this point, if we don't see the moon, we can never truly know if we're in the dream or not.
Yeah, it's
Which is gonna
oh
add
my
an
god,
insane layer here, you know.
it's so good.
But
Like
overall,
I love it when shows trust their writing and the audience to like react appropriately.
oh yeah, because this was crazy. Uh, and I mean, I think we're just gonna continue. Zets really has its grip on me now. I'm really excited to see where we're going, and just in general, where we're going with the rest of the series. Gavan's about to, I think, hit like it's like I said, more serialized aspect. I think we're gonna really start seeing the like stuff unfolding, and then Tojima's kind of going to like its final battle for this season. So,
Mm,
I mean, what isn't there to be excited about right now?
yeah.
And with
Mhm.
that, thanks as always for listening. This has been Half Hour Henshin, and we will be back next week to talk about the tokusatsu we watch then. As always, thank you so much, and we will see you guys later.
Later.
This program is brought to you by.
Our unending love of tokusatsu.
If you enjoyed the show, please be sure to like and subscribe.
And hit the bell for notifications. And if you would like to support us further, consider becoming a patron at our Patreon, Half Hour Henshin.
You can get some exclusive benefits, such as your name in the credits and joining our sticker club. Or, if you want to help with a one-time donation,
You can also find us at Ko-fi at Half Hour Henshin. You can email us with any questions or theories at halfhourhenshin@gmail.com or on Twitter at Half Hour Henshin.